So the purpose of this video is to test out my new GoPro, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to talk about loose leash walking. Many of you know Ash, but many of you don't. That's Ash. Ash is 10 years old, but when we got her 8 years ago when she was 2, she pulled like a freight train. Pulled so much that I stopped walking her. I just couldn't stand it anymore. And I tried all sorts of things. I used a choke chain. I used Cesar Millan's methods of jerking the leash and poking the dog and kicking the dog and all that kind of stuff, and none of it worked. Yes, good girl. But then eventually, you know, and this was before I was a dog trainer, and then eventually I decided to become a dog trainer. Went to school, learned all the different techniques. Good girl. That's a good girl. Of how to teach a dog to walk nicely. So therefore, you know, we're not punishing a dog for pulling, we're actually teaching a dog to walk without pulling. Good girl. And what that takes is the proper equipment, you know, a harness, number 1, treats, number 2, good girl, and then teaching her to walk the way that we want her to walk. As you can see, I do allow her to walk in front of me. I pretty much allow her to do whatever she wants, as long as she's not pulling me. That's my number 1 rule, pretty much my only rule. And we're in the squirrel zone here, so she may get a little bit excited, as you can see right there. But she's not pulling me. Yes. And all these check-ins that she's giving me, I'm not prompting those. I'm not asking for them. I may have in the past. But now she knows that if she checks in, she's going to be rewarded. And of course, if she's checking in and looking at me, she's not pulling. Good girl. And I make sure, oh, smell the squirrel. We make sure that, you know, when she does check in, I reward that, because I want that behavior to happen over and over and over again. So we're just going to let her smell. Let her be a dog. And marking her spot. Atta girl. So these things, you know, these techniques that I have used to teach Ash these behaviors are the very same ones that I teach each and every dog that I train. I don't use choke chains. I don't use prong collars. I don't use shock collars, because it's not needed. This is the result. You know, this is the result of training with positive reinforcement, right? With love and respect and some good old treats, right? That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Let's walk. If you're trying these things and it's not working for you, you know, hire a trainer. There's great videos on YouTube. Zach George, Emily Laurelham, otherwise known as Kiko Pup. That's just 2 really good trainers that have videos on how to teach a dog to walk nicely. But if you're looking for any kind of you know, video tutorials or anything like that, and you can't find the ones that help you, let me know. I can guide you to those resources. Now we're going to come up here. School's having recess, so it's going to get noisy. So I'm going to sign off here and say we'll see you later. Please follow me on Facebook, on Instagram. Check out my website for tips and tricks and anything that's going to help your dog be like this. That's a good girl. All right, we'll see you. Bye.